Welcome to r/relationships, where we get to hear other people's relationship problems. Now for the first story. We technically never defined the relationship in a conversation, but she met my parents, etc. Is it fair to feel cheated on? Hi. I'm 21 meters, girl is 22f. She was my first real girlfriend, although now she's saying she never used that title. Anyway, we met in a college class in February of 2020 and have been going on dates since late February of 2021. She had a boyfriend as well as a girlfriend before me, both long-term, apparently monogamous relationships, but had never had penetrative sex before. I hadn't either. She told me she wanted to wait until she knew me better, but we were doing other things sexually. She's my first for a lot of that, although I'm not any of her firsts. Well, apparently at a party recently, without me, she drunk fingered a girl and had a guy friend she'd previously hooked up with come and do stuff with her afterward. At her mom's house, her mother wasn't there. She texted me that she was at a party, but didn't mention any of this. I only found out because there was lube in the guest room she sleeps in at her mom's house. Then she came clean. This girl has met my friends, met my parents, spent my 21st birthday with me, etc. I feel like a reasonable person would assume that's a monogamous thing. Her argument. We technically never officially defined the relationship. She had to meet my parents as part of dating me non-exclusively, because I live with them, but I've never met her parents or close friends. She met my friend / spent my birthday with me as another one of your friends, but was cuddling me in front of everyone / acting like a girlfriend. Her Facebook relationship status still publicly says single. I don't use Facebook. She doesn't tell someone she's dating about other people she's seeing because that's awkward, but to her mom exclusiveness is the assumed default, unless there's a conversation. She says she didn't cheat in either of her previous relationships, and says she didn't cheat here either, because we weren't in a relationship. She says she was serious about dating me, and was considering becoming monogamous with me, but that she still considered herself a single woman, and acted like one. I feel bad that you are hurt, but I'm not a villain. I think there just wasn't enough communication from either of us about what this was. I'm totally heartbroken, regardless. Is it right to feel cheated on, though? Do I stop seeing this girl, or how can I get over this? She was my crush from the day I first met her, but I don't know how I can look at her the same now. TL. Doctor, girl acted a hell of a lot like my girlfriend, but claims her hooking up with 2 other people at a party isn't cheating, because we never defined the relationship. Wow, in my opinion the narrator of this story should definitely get out of that so-called relationships. That's just not a good relationship to be in. Now for the next story. LDR boyfriend, M23, cheated on me, F20, after 3 years together with another girl, F20 I think. Do I tell the other girl? Long story short, I figured out from 3,000 miles away he's been cheating. Started with a phone call popping up on his screen with the girl's name on FaceTime. I said go take your phone call. He refused, said it was his male friend, confused / gaslit me, and made me rethink the name I had read. Wasn't a huge alarm bell, because I thought I'd just misread the name. Then I found them with matching IG profile pics of all things. Praise be to the Instagram algorithm suggesting her account to me the day after the phone call incident lol. And I put 2 and 2 together and confronted him. He admitted to it, from the date in the girl's bio, lol. They've been together for 9 months. We were together for about 3 years. He knew her before he knew me, didn't think anything of it. He still insists at the beginning nothing was going on, but flirts and sex happened around 9 months ago. He had a snap streak with her since before we knew each other properly. Whatever, didn't bother me when I saw it. Anyway, now he's been cheating with her, emotionally and physically, but she's still partly LDR I believe. I'm not entirely sure. She doesn't know he was with me, has no idea of our relationship or my existence. He said he's too scared to break up with her because she's suicidal, self-harms, gets very upset with him. That is, he claims he was forced to do the Instagram profile pic thing, because otherwise she got upset and would cut, and she takes anger out on him. Issues with drugs and alcohol, parents drug addicts, so not a supportive home life. He is kind of therapist-esque for her I think, supports her, and whatever. We talked for about an hour after I confronted him, which is why I know all this. Classic cheater caught scenario, crying, apologizing. The kicker was, when I said break up with her and block her, it's unhealthy for you and unfair for her. She needs professional mental health help which you can't provide, and you're screwing with your own sanity. Refused, said she'd kill herself, and he couldn't deal with that on his conscience. I was like, I'll DM her then, and tell her, if he is too chicken to, please don't, she'll kill herself. I think he genuinely worries about her, unsure. I don't know who he is anymore lol. To make it very clear, he didn't tell me he was cheating. Repeatedly reassured me, he could never cheat, loved me, reassuring and kind. Blah blah. I worked out he was cheating for myself through a convenient phone call which he panics wiped away, and then the blessed Instagram algorithm. Then I confronted him, and he admitted to it. I don't have any resentment towards the other girl at all, because she doesn't know who I am. All blame on my ex in this scenario. But now I'm dealing with a moral conundrum. Do I tell her, the potentially suicidal, depressed, recovering/current drug and alcohol addicted youngish girl, that her boyfriend of at least 9 months, and I'm guessing they've been talking/flirting for longer, had a girlfriend of 3ish years, February 2018 till yesterday June 2021, and that he's been lying to her and to me? Or do I not get involved and leave them be? Again, to make it very clear, before anyone jumps down my throat, I'm not trying to be a homewrecker or whatever and ruin her life and his. I just genuinely am concerned that I'm morally obliged to tell her, because personally, I would have wanted someone to tell me if my boyfriend was cheating. And if the sitter was reversed and she had known, I would have wanted her to let me know too. Unsure though with her mental health problems, don't want to be responsible for suicide or anything like that. Please advise, give your opinions, but treat me gently, because I found out boyf has been cheating on me for almost a year less than 12 hours ago lol. Thanks. Now for the update. I told her. Sent her a long message from my own Instagram account. No burners or anything. Lots of empathy and kindness. Told her I was on her side. She asked for proof. Sent that through. Ex texted me 5 minutes later with you did it hey? I'd blocked him on all social medias except for phone number. Then he weirdly thanked me, said it was better for his head and mental health now. I did him a favor. Baffled me a little. Sent him a couple harsh text messages explaining it wasn't for him, but for her. She deserved the truth. He apologized again, lol, and then I sent him a final message and blocked. Girl seemed devastated, not angry at me thankfully, as I was scared of her spinning it against me, which I don't think I could have handled in my delicate state lol. Told her I was there for her. Had a little chat, but haven't talked to her since 12 hours ago. Not expecting to continue talking. Dunno if she properly broke up with him or taking a break, since they still follow each other, but she changed her profile pic, so it's no longer matching, and relationship date from her bio is gone. None of my business what happens next. I just hope she's okay and takes the next steps which are healthy for her. No idea if she's suicidal/self-harming. I had that in the long message sent to her that he told me you were vulnerable and suffering from depression. So I debated sending this MSG, but I think you deserve the truth. Inevitably, I think it's better for her to know rather than confide in a liar who is abusing her vulnerability. Thank you to everyone who replied on the previous post. Definitely helped to see other strangers agreeing with sending a message and informing her. If anyone ends up in a similar situ, I hope you never do, but send the message to the unknowing affair partner. It'll relieve your conscience I think, even though you're not in the wrong. That sounds weird, but trust me, I know I was the one cheated on, and that she was the other woman, but it still felt good to tell her what the real truth was, rather than him spinning it against me, or never telling her. It's kinda like a final kaboom in my ex's face, making sure he can't just go crawling to his other girlfriend, now that I broke up with him, and she knew the full truth, and can decide what to do next, break up or stay together. I feel relieved. I have finally stopped feeling nauseated and throwing up. Had my first good night's sleep since I found out. Nothing but bad feelings for the ex. I don't know if it's hate, that's a strong word. I resent what he put me through, and the waste of time, and the lies for such a long time. He's made me unsure of myself and everything he told me, but I have enough self-respect to break up with him. Miss what I thought we had I think. I dunno. It was all lies I guess. I want him to figure himself out, mature and eventually settle down, not with me. Holding all my resentment against the cheating ex, not a fair partner. The hurt is setting in now. Last couple days it was anger. Now it's just pain lol. Now, can anyone offer post discovering your long-term partner's been cheating on you for almost a year advice? I'm not used to not being busy, and I'm having too many thoughts. I just finished final exams so have been studying for months, and been busy and now it's nothing. Glad I found out after exams, but not sure what to do now. Advice appreciated. TL. Doctor, told the unknowing affair partner via Instagram DMs on my personal account. Long empathetic message telling her I'm on her side plus proof. When she asked for it, ex texted me, "You did it, hey?" and then thanked me. Blocked his number. She seems sad, unsure if 100% broken up, but PFPS and date in bio changed. I don't care, not my business. Hope for the best for her. Now I need advice on how to heal, if anyone has any. Thanks. Now for the next story. My 26F partner of 2 years, 28 meters, told me I haven't earned his respect. Long time lurker, never really posted before. Sorry for any formatting, I'm on mobile. My partner and I have been having issues the last year and are about to start couples counseling to try to talk them out. Issues mostly stem from me thinking his relationship with his mother is extremely unhealthy and toxic. They obsessively call each other and she lavishes ridiculous gifts on him so he won't talk to his father. His parents have been divorced over 20 years. They have a weird codependency on one another that he chalks up to coming from an immigrant Italian NJ family. This week I had to travel home to help my elderly father and he's been giving me a hard time. He called me very upset because his mother kept trying to contact me after 7 PM and I refused to answer because I'm with my own family. His mother even started emailing me when I wouldn't pick up. She's very controlling and berated him for me not talking to her. I told him he didn't respect my choices and the boundary I set, and he fired back that I hadn't earned his respect lately and needed to call his mom back. I started crying and hung up. This morning he called and asked when I would be apologizing for disrespecting her. He did not offer an apology and demanded I apologize to him as well. WTF. He was so dead voiced and serious. Is counseling even going to help at this point? Or am I the world's biggest moron? Help. In my opinion you just need to leave this relationship, it is not good for you. Now for the last story. I, 27F, want to re-establish a relationship with my younger cousin, 20F, who is quite standoffish due to childhood trauma. The rest of my family pretend she doesn't exist and call her the Ice Queen. How can I reach out to her without it being disingenuous or annoying? Let's call my cousin Chloe, 20F. She's the youngest of our bunch, and when she was born, her mom instantly divorced my uncle. We later found out that her mom used my uncle to have a baby. Naturally, my whole family hated this woman for what she did, except my mom and myself. We don't know the full story, and therefore can't judge. No one hated her more than my uncle, who also has anger management issues, verbal. So he and his ex-wife were openly uncivil to each other, and Chloe had to grow up within that toxicity. As Chloe got older, she developed psychological issues, barely speaking, always looking down, not having friends, screaming if anyone combed her hair. My uncle would lose his temper with her for being so quiet in front of the whole family, constantly shaming her. It was abusive. Chloe's mom and other grandma would also play mind games, taking away any gifts we gave to her because they were poisonous. My grandma, mom, and I tried to stand up for Chloe many times, but it always made the situation worse, and we would then get verbally abused by my uncle. And to be honest, I was only a child at that time, and my uncle was pretty scary when he was in a mood. Because we lived in different countries, I only got to see Chloe a handful of times. Whenever we did, my mom and I always made a point to spend as much time with her as possible. I remember one summer in Italy where I would take Chloe to the amusement park almost every night, and we would run around the beach singing songs. I also showed her how to comb her hair in a way it doesn't hurt, so she didn't have to be scared of her hair anymore. and it broke my heart every time we had to leave, because I knew the next time I'd see her, she'd be older and more distant, and I couldn't protect her. Mind you, I have no siblings and my cousins are the closest thing to sisters. Years later she told me this was one of her fondest childhood memories. Mine too. Now we are adults and I don't have a relationship with her at all. Too much time has passed, and too little time together. She is now the epitome of an ice queen. Absolutely beautiful, cold, and unreachable. She is in an abusive relationship with a gym buff, and her mom kicked her out of the house for being with this guy. My uncle is helping her out every day. Uncle has calmed down a bit over the years, and is respectful towards her now. But the rest of my family have given up on her. She's not included in any family chat. She doesn't even say hello when anyone visits. And if I try to talk to her, she gives short answers. I absolutely don't blame her. Perhaps some of you have been in her shoes, or in my shoes, and have some advice on what I can do that would actually help her. What would you advise? I ultimately don't want to force a relationship on her, if that isn't what she wants, or if that won't help her. In my opinion, I believe you just need to approach her and ask her to do stuff with you. Well, that's all for the video today. I hope you liked it. Have an amazing day.